All right, this is one man's opinion, Willie Smith. Today's date is March 31st, 2018. The approximate time is 3:04 p.m. Central Time. Reason that I'm here today is because a young man in Sacramento, California named Stephon Clark was shot 8 times by Sacramento police. The autopsy report has been released, well, the independent autopsy report, because of the fact that the Sacramento police weren't releasing anything until, as they said, the investigation wrapped up. However, the independent autopsy report shows that he was shot 8 times, mostly in the back, 2 times on the side, and I guess another 6 times in the back. In his grandmother's backyard, he had no weapon of any kind at all. The police have said that he was breaking into cars, but they have not yet reported him having anything stolen or there being any reports of anything missing or being found on his person other than a cell phone, which they claim they mistook for a gun and a crowbar. Not sure how a cell phone, something so small, would appear to be a crowbar. That makes absolutely no sense. And for that fact, this, in my opinion, is an execution. It's nothing more. People have been protesting. I'm not feeling protesting. You know, I think they interrupted a town hall meeting or something of that case. I think his brother did. I understand the anger and the rage for all the people that have been, you know, killed. I just heard about Alton Sterling's case, and how the officers were cleared. You know, but the thing is this isn't, it's not hard to see that this was a case of complete injustice, because this man was shot from the side and from behind, whereas the police said he was charging at them, that he had a weapon. None of that is true. So this was the execution of a black man, plain and simple. There is no other way around it. There are people that are going to try and dress it up. You can't. You can't dress the truth up any other way than what it is. Okay? The police had no reason to fear this man in any shape or form, no matter what they say, because he was no threat. How can you fear something that's not a threat? This was an execution of a black man, among others, but this is one of the worst, because of the fact the police have willingly, completely lied, and it's being found that they have lied, and there's no other way around it. Now they're trying to go about finding the best way to dress up the lie for the public and the people that want to actually believe that the police are doing the right thing. This is completely wrong. It's 2 left shoes. There's no other way around it. I'm tired of taxpayers being on the hook for police officers. Period, point blank. I'm tired of black people, especially, being murdered at the hands of police officers, and there being no consequence. You know, it's overwhelming. I believe that if, you know, instead of tearing up cities and things of that nature, I believe that these police officers' houses, if they can be found, should be tore up and burned and torched, and whatever destruction and mayhem and chaos can be brought, because of the fact that's what they're doing. They're tearing apart black families and they can care less. Okay? They get a vacation with pay on the taxpayer's dime. They get legal representation on the taxpayer's dime. And what did the taxpayer get? Nothing. Okay? Family has a dead loved one and can get a lawsuit or a civil suit or a civil agreement or a settlement. That doesn't bring their family member back. That's a loss that you can't repay. What is that worth? So, you know, I mean, Congress, the legislation, even the president, no one's saying anything to try and change the status quo. So, I mean, I feel like the general public have to change the status quo. and you know, just protesting and walking around, hollering and yelling and screaming, or burning things down. If you're gonna burn something down, make it count. If you're gonna yell, if you're gonna protest. Now, I do like the fact that there are people that have chose to protest and stand at the arena where the Kings play. The only thing that, you know what I'm saying, those people understand is money and death. Money, power, and death. So when you mess with their money, they're going to start understanding now. If they keep that up, then they can make a change to some degree. They're going to make people start to take notice. Because, you know, it's time for some pushback. It's time to clap back. I mean, literally. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in a different way, in a different form. And they continually talking about gun control and gun laws. You know, they talk about how to change things when it's school shootings, and you know what I'm saying, it's unfortunate. But when it's white people in their school shootings, then they want to talk about gun control, gun laws. But no one's talking about police control and how to train these officers and make them accountable for their actions. And when they do wrong, get rid of them immediately. They should be fired pending an investigation, and criminal charges should be something that should be pending an investigation. But I think that all officers that commit, whether it's a justified kill or not, I think all officers, until a complete thorough investigation is rendered by an independent police review board, I think any and every officer, good, bad, or indifferent, should be fired from their position, their police powers stripped completely, and they do no administrative work or any type of work until they are completely cleared and found to be justified in any kill that they make. I think that should be the legislation. That's my thought. That's how I feel. That's what I see. You know, I don't know what everybody else thinks. I don't know what nobody else feels. But it's you know what I'm saying? I don't, when it comes to seeing the police, I don't feel safe. I thought that, you know what I'm saying, isn't the general consensus that, oh, you're supposed to feel safe? I feel more unsafe when I see the police than actual safe. And I think that, you know, that's not the way it should be, but that's the way it is, unfortunately. So, that being the case, there's a lot to be handled. This is one man's opinion. Willie Smith, signing off.